Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. Other day I was out running some errands, and I missed my exit off the interstate. I wasn't paying attention and missed it completely, so I'm like, well, I'll just go down to the next one, turn around and come back, which I was able to do, no big deal. Now, what's funny is that exit that I just turned around at 20 years ago when I came here didn't exist. That exit wasn't there. It's part of town that was so far out of town that there was no reason to have an exit there. So I didn't know the area that well because I don't spend a lot of time there. But something I noticed, they were building some buildings right off the exit. One of which was a restaurant, Texas Roadhouse. You're familiar with the big steak chain, the kind of, high, low-priced steak chain alternative kind of, there are lots of different roadhouses. What's funny is in Nashville, we have a company called Logan's Roadhouse. It's based here. So therefore, the Texas Roadhouse chain doesn't have many locations. Or in some towns, you'll have like 4 or 5 Texas Roadhouses. Here in Nashville, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if there are 4 or 5 in the entire area. But Logan's probably, at one time had 20 or 25, and it's now down to about 8 or 10. And that got me thinking about business. I'm always fascinated with how retail works, how restaurants work. I've always found that restaurants I love will sometimes go out of business, and I don't just mean the one location. I mean just a chain will go out of business just because it wasn't popular enough. And that's one of those things that's always frustrated me. I understand why. During retail booms, they tend to overbuild restaurants. You tend to see all sorts of locations, and then as time goes on, I know we're going through this a lot right now, a lot of locations of restaurants, of retail stores are shutting down. Business isn't as good, so hopefully fewer locations will prop up the business for those that were working, or at least for those, gosh, I don't even know what the word is, locations, franchises, whichever it is. But it's fascinating to me, again, because I've always been interested in the business because I did have some retail experience back in the day. While I understand basically the politics of it, what's always confusing to me is how they choose those things. And I know it's all about foot traffic and money made and things like that, which is what all part of life in business is. It's all about making money and the amount of people you're working with. But I've always been fascinated with how they decide to build something like this area, which obviously is growing. It's got the exit. When the exit wasn't there was no need to have a restaurant there. Now that the exit's been there for a few years, I don't know if it's 4 or 5 years, heck, could be 10. Again, not a part of town I'm always hanging out in. But obviously there's enough traffic there, there's enough people living out there that it's worth putting up a Texas Roadhouse restaurant. Now, of course, will it survive? Who knows? I mean, that's always another part of the problem. Just because Texas Roadhouse is very popular in this town versus another town. Did you know, by the way, Texas Roadhouse isn't actually from Texas? Yeah, they originated in southern Indiana. I learned that when I was doing some research one day. It's like, I guess, when they built this restaurant in just north of Louisville on the Indiana side of the river, the reason they called it Texas Roadhouse is because they wanted to give you a feel of what kind of food it was, like a Texas Roadhouse style restaurant. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've never been to a true Texas Roadhouse, so I can only guess what they're like. But obviously they worked. Texas Roadhouse is around a lot of places and seems to be pretty popular. Again, whether they'll be popular here or not, don't even know. Weird stuff. Stuff that just gets my mind a reeling, gets my mind to thinking. I'm going to head in before the sun messes up too much. At this point of the day, who knows how good the sun's going to be. Back next week, another Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, home to all of the Road Warrior videos. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. Love it when you're here, love it when you tell a friend, the like, the comment, the share. All that stuff that the videos always point you to. Make sure at the bottom of the screen you do this. I give you enough credit to know that if you like something, you're going to give it a thumbs up or you're going to comment. And you're going to engage with it if you feel the desire. And if not, it just means I got to do a better job next week. We'll see you. Thanks.